Very good morning, guys. Myself Divakar, working as an application engineer from USAM. Today webinar topic is Revit Electrical. Before that, we should know about the capability of the software. Revit is a 3D detailing software. It has a 3D discipline, Revit architecture, Revit structure, and Revit MEP. Okay, now architecture means we can create a exterior and interior designing, and structural part we are placing a column, footing, slab, and reinforcement work. And MEP part, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. Mechanical means HVAC part, full of duct working, and then electrical. So this the electrical is today topic, and then plumbing. Plumbing is nothing but placing a plumbing fixtures, tap, urinal, sink, pipelines like that, and then electrical. So today topic is electrical. So in this electrical, what we do? So electrical means we are placing a light, switches, socket, circuit breaker, transformer. So these are the things we can do in Revit electrical. So before that, we know about the difference between Revit electrical and then AutoCAD electrical. So an AutoCAD electrical is a 2D platform. Okay, and next important point is in AutoCAD electrical we can do schematic and panel designing. So schematic means full of wiring connections and a panel work. So where I'm going to place a panel and what are the type of panels I'm placing in that panel, what type of switches and socket I'm going to place. So more detailed work you can do in AutoCAD electrical. And Revit electrical, we are showing only a layout design. For example, I'm having an apartment or school building. In that, I'm placing what type of lights I'm placing and what is the size of lights and what is the type of light and type of switches and socket and transformers. So these are the things we can show in Revit. Okay, fine. So I'm going to show the workflow. So first step we have to link the architectural model. Okay, so first step we have to link the architectural model, and next step how to place the receptacle. So receptacle means nothing but that is a power plug. So that is called as a receptacle. Okay, how many receptacle you want and what is the voltage for that? So you have to provide the detail. Okay, first thing you have to place the receptacle on your model, and third step you have to place the light. What type of light and what is the voltage and what is the size of light and what is the placement. So ceiling based light or a wall based light. Okay, and then switch it. So switches is very important. What type of switches is that? It's a three-way switch or a one-way. That is a single pole switch or doorway switch. So we have a different type of switches. So depends upon your project requirement. You have to place the switch, and then panel board. That is our power. So we have to connect all the switches and socket will be connected on my panel board. Okay, and then circuit breaker. So SB. So circuit breaker, you have to place the circuit breaker. What is the voltage for that circuit breaker? You have to provide. And then transformer. Same depends upon your project requirement. You have to place the transformer size and volts. And then final step, once I got the layout design, and final step, I have to provide the panel schedule and sheet creation. So this is the workflow for Revit electrical. Okay, so I'm going to show you a live demonstration for Revit electrical. Okay. Okay, guys. So what is the next step is I need a architectural model. So I have to create one office building. Okay, it's taking 5 minutes only. Okay, so go to the new and select the architectural template. So before that, you have to check the units working with 8 inches or mm. Okay, the shortcut is UN. So before that, I have to set the elevation height. So level 1 is 0 and level 2 is 4000 is enough. Okay, go back to the floor plan. So okay, wall. How to change the type of wall? What is the thickness of the wall? How to change the wall type? In edit type, you have to duplicate the wall and change the size. Okay, so 200 is enough, and change the top constraint, and I'm going to create a one box that is a look like office. Okay, and I'm just creating a partition walls. Okay. Okay, and I'm just creating a three employee rooms. I think it's a little bit slow. Okay, I'm just creating three employee rooms. Okay, and I'm just creating a floor, overall floor I'm creating. So select the floors and provide the thickness as well as doing the same method, edit type and duplicate and change the thickness of the floor. Okay, the next important thing is we have to place the ceiling and roof. In that we have to provide the spacing that is called as plenum spacing. Okay, I will show that. First of all, we have to create the ceiling. What is the level for that is your floor level to your ceiling level. What is the height, elevation height? So already 2600 is there, that's enough. So I'm using a sketch ceiling by rectangle. So you have to create the ceiling inner to inner, not outer to outer. So give finish. Okay, and again go back to the architecture tab. Again select the roof by footprint. So it's asking us level 2 how to create, yeah. And the next step saying how to change the thickness of the roof. I'm choosing generic 125 mm, and the roof should be how to create a outer to outer, not inner to inner. And the next thing is you have to remove the define slope. So just select all the four lines and just disable the define slope and give finish. Okay, and go to 3D view. So the important thing is you have to change in wireframe. Okay, shader, yeah. So just hide this roof. We have to control we have to align the wall to our ceiling, because in that spacing, the roof to your ceiling spacing, that is called your plenum spacing. In that area we are providing service like the duct service or cable tray running, so like that. Okay, have to reduce the height. So select the wall by using align option, select the ceiling, just tick down multiple alignment, select the wall. So all the walls will be aligned to your ceiling face. Yeah, so finally reset temporary, hide and isolate. Yeah, finally I got the from office building, and place the doors and window. Okay, okay, so I place the door, and next thing we have to place the window. I'm using maximum size to place the window. Okay, so this one is your service room. So I have to provide door here, or I'm just providing opening. Okay, better I'm providing a door. Okay, so finally I got a office building. It's look like an office building. Okay, just save this model. Okay, I just saved in this to art model. Okay, okay, so finally I got an architectural model. So next step, we have to import this model in electrical template. Okay, so close all the tabs. Again, I'm going to start with new template. So this time I'm using electrical template. Okay, I'm not using a system template. I'm using electrical template because I'm doing only electrical part. So that's why I'm choosing electrical template. Okay, so So the user interface little bit different. See the project browser. In previous architectural template, we have only a floor plan, ceiling plan, and then elevation and section is there. But here we have a subdiscipline. We have a lot of subdiscipline is there. So see, in this electrical, we have a two subdiscipline. One is lighting, another one is power. In this lighting, we have a floor plan and ceiling plan, and as well as in power also we are having floor plan and then elevation 3D is there. Okay, the important is in PPT we seen right lighting, switches, socket like that. Okay, I'll tell you later. Okay, so first step we have to import the Revit model. So go to Insert tab, a link Revit. In desktop I have an architectural model. Just place the model. Positioning is very important. Already you have some coordinate means you have to place with coordinate or else use this internal origin to origin. Okay, yeah, finally I got a model. So first step, what is the first step? I have to place the receptacle. Okay, so receptacle means that is power plug. So where you want the power plug you have to provide. So first of all decide that. Okay, so go to the system tab. In that system tab we have a MEP service full of HVAC, plumbing and then electrical. So just to drop down the electrical, in that we have a cable tray, conduit, parallel conduit, cable tray fitting, conduit fitting, electrical equipment, device and lighting fixtures. So these are the thing for electrical. Okay, so first thing we have to place the receptacle. Okay, in that we have to drop down this device. In this device we have a electrical fixtures. See, we have two type of receptacle, GFCI and then standard. I'm using standard. Okay, so the next important is we have to provide the elevation height for that. So this is the standard height of that receptacle. You have to change that. In case if in this your project requirement, you have to change the receptacle height. Okay, so and the next important thing is placement. So you have to place the receptacle should be in vertical face, not on place on face. Okay, that point is very important. Okay, so I'm just placing the receptacle for each room. It's showing that what is the voltage for that. Okay, and here. Okay, done. So I'm just placing the receptacle. And next step, what is the next step? We have to place the panel. Okay, we have to place the panel. So you have to go to power option, not in lighting. So go to the power option. In that we have to place the panel. Okay, don't place the panel on your lighting floor plan. Okay, so that's why they are providing a lighting and power. Okay, so next go to the same electrical. In this device we have an option. Sorry, in electrical equipment we have that option. Select the equipment. It's showing that panel boards. So do not 8 and 480 volt. Okay, so by we are using 100 amp. And just place your a panel. So I'm just placing the panel on my wall. Okay, right. So I'm just placing my receptacle and then panel. So this part is enough. And next step, what is the next step? Go to the lighting. I have to place the light. Okay, so electrical light fixtures. By default it's showing the plain lighting, that is a LED lighting. Okay, in case I don't want this light, I want to provide different type of light, maybe a ceiling a round type of light. That's not a problem. Go to the load family. In case if you want different type of light means I'll show that. Okay, so in library India lighting, in lighting we have two type of lighting. One is architectural and then MEP. Don't use this architectural. In architecture it's not showing that connection, it's glowing only. For architectural purpose it's glowing a light effect. Okay, it's not showing it's not showing any connection. Okay, so use this MEP only, it's showing the connections. Okay, so that's why we are using. Okay, in lighting we have two type of lighting, external and then internal. So external means it's a street light. Internal we have different type of light, and including placement also different, wall based light and ceiling based light and then floor based light. Okay, so in that we have, if you want to place a different type of ceiling light means you just select and open. Okay, right. As well as in case I don't want this type of light, I want to create some different light, or is in website revitcity.com or bimobject.com, in that I'm collecting different type of light, I want to provide the connection means that's not a problem. You just collect the light and use the edit family. In that we have connection option, just place the connection on that light, simple. Okay, right. So I want to place the light on my ceiling. It's showing the elevation at 2000 is not correct, so as well as the view also not correct. So go to the ceiling view and light fixture and place it, it's not placing. What is the reason is place on vertical face, that is the reason you have to change the place on face. Yeah, so just place the light here. I'm just placing 6 lights. Okay, and go back to the light floor plan. Okay, so what is the next step? So I have to place the switch. Okay, so that is the next step, we have to place the switch. Again go to the same electrical, in that just to drop down the device, in that we have a lighting option. It's showing the switch type, single pole, 3-way switches, or different type of switches is there. So I'm choosing doorway switches, that is a normal switch. Okay, I'm just placing a socket, right? That is a receptacle. In that receptacle I have to provide a switches for on and off. Okay, so nearby I'm placing a switch for this receptacle, and here also I'm placing the receptacle, sorry, switches, and here also I'm placing switch. Okay, and then for this light I'm going to provide the switch. Okay, here also one receptacle is there, so nearby I'm placing one switch. For this light I'm just placing the switches here. I'm just placing one switch to control 6 lights. Okay, so before that we have to give the connections. So first connection I give the power for receptacle. Go to the power floor plan, select the receptacle, that it's showing the power option, choose the power and use this edit circuit. Okay, just cancel. So before that we do one thing, we have to provide the panel name. Okay, so this model I'm having one panel, have a huge big huge size of building, maybe an apartment or school building. In that we have providing lot of panels, maybe 20-30 panels. 20-30 panels, it's showing same name only. That time it's having some confusion, right? So that's why we have to change the panel name. That is very important. Okay, so select the panel, in property just drop down it, that it's showing the panel name. We have to provide some different name. I'm just providing PL1, just apply. Okay, done. So do the same method, select the receptacle. Okay, select the receptacle, it's showing the power, edit circuit, have to add the remaining receptacle. So select the receptacle only, not a switch. Okay, and what is the next step? We have to select the panel, use the select panel option, or else just a drop down it's showing that name. See, that's why I'm saying, for example, I'm placing the same name, maybe 100 or sorry 20 or 10, so that time the confusion will happen, right? So that's why I'm choosing changing the name for a panel. So PL1 is the correct name. So automatically it will be added, and give finish and use the tab option to hold on that. It's showing the connection and which type of wiring you want, arc wire or chamfer wire. The same symbol indicated here also. So by I'm choosing arc wire, it's showing the connection for this receptacle, and just drag the arrow to this panel. Okay, right. So next step, I have to give the connection for receptacle to, so switch to receptacle. That is a simple way. Select the switch. We have an option. Just right click, just to draw a wire option. It's showing add circuit. On screen. Okay, we have to provide the manual connection for this switch to receptacle. Okay, we have one method. Directly go to the electrical tab. In that we have a wire option, arc wire, spline or chamfer wire. I'm using a spline wire. Just hold on the switch and showing that wire connection, and select your switch and just hold on your receptacle. It's showing that connection. It automatically create a wire. So in this situation, we have to provide manual only. If we are not having automatic connection, so receptacles to switch, we have to provide manual connection. Okay, right. So next thing is we have to provide the connection for this switch and 6 lights. Go to the floor plan. Okay, so select the light. We have two options, power and switch. So first of all, we have to give the power for this light. Use the power option. Directly it will be taken to this panel. Okay, and edit circuit and select the remaining light. Okay, it automatically taken PL1 panel. It's correct, and give finish and use the tab option. It's showing the connection. Select and use this arc wire and select the wire and drag to your panel. Okay, right. And next step, select the same line. We have to provide the switch for this. Switch, edit system, and select the remaining light. Okay, and select the switch. So this for 6 lights I'm providing one switch. So select the switch and give finish. Just hold on the light using the tab option. It's showing the connection. See, for the 6 lights for this one switch. Okay, is that clear? Okay, fine. So this is the simple electrical layout for you guys. And so next step, what is the next step? We have to provide the circuit breaker and then transformer and placing conduit and cable tray. Okay, right. So we have to provide the circuit breaker first of all. So electrical tab, in that you have to select the electrical equipment, just a drop down that it's showing that circuit breaker. Okay, it's showing only a transformer. You have to load the circuit breaker, load family. So in library, electrical folder, MEP, electrical power, we have a distribution. Yeah, in that we have a M circuit breaker, switchboard is there, just open. Yeah, so circuit breaker finally we got. So just place, use the space bar, you can rotate the circuit breaker. You have to place the circuit breaker on the floor. Okay. And the next step, what is the next step? We have to place the transformer. So next step, we have to place the transformer. Okay. Hmm. Right. So next step, same. Go to the electrical tab, electrical equipment, and just drop down. We have that drive type transformer, and which type of transformer you want, and then place. I'm just placing a transformer from outside. Okay, done. Okay, so I'm just placing a light switcher, socket, and receptacle, and placing a circuit breaker and transformer. Okay, next step we have to provide the conduit for this. So transformer to circuit breaker and circuit breaker to panel board. Okay, I will show that how to create a circuit conduit for this. So first step, you have to connect the transformer to circuit breaker. You have to take the section for this view, and then just right click and go to view. Okay, just select the transformer and use the draw option. Just right click and use the draw conduit from face. It's showing that face. This is your face. Is that correct or wrong? See, it's showing that blue color indicated this is your current picking face. Yeah, is that correct? Means you finish and then draw the conduit. Before that, you have to decide the diameter for conduit. So okay, I'm choosing 35 and just draw the conduit like this. So how much depth you want to provide the conduit? Okay, okay, I just little bit stretch the section box. Okay, and again right click, draw conduit from the face. It's showing the face for a circuit breaker, and then you finish. Here also you just draw on that conduit. Automatically it's taking the elbow and little bit down. You have to provide the elevation height. So how much you want to provide? Okay, right. But it's showing its line, right? But I don't want to see this like a line. I want to see the exact dia. So you just change the detail level, change into fine. It's showing the exact diameter of conduit. Okay. Okay. So next step is we have to connect the circuit breaker to a panel board. Okay. So same section view I'm using, and little bit I'm increasing our range of view range. So you have to connect the circuit breaker to panel board. Okay, select the circuit breaker, just hold on the dot, right click, we have the option draw conduit from the face. It's showing is the correct face or not. It's showing the face and give finish and just draw the conduit. Is that same dia means it's not a problem, as well as we have to change the dia also. Okay, and then draw a conduit. And sealing to that conduit, you have to provide the minimum spacing. That is your project requirement. Depends upon your project requirement. You have to provide the proper minimum spacing. And just to stop here. Okay. And the next step, you have to draw a conduit from this panel board. Just right click, draw conduit from face. Give finish. Okay, don't join with that because panel board and circuit breaker should be in different orientation. See, so that's why. And go to the top view or a plan view. So that is power view. Again, select the conduit, right click, draw conduit. Okay, and now use the trim option. Select the conduit, use the trim option to select the conduit. Okay, and go to 3D view and change the okay. Oh, so it should be in different height, right? Okay, I want to same height, so change the elevation height. So just delete the elbow. Okay. And then draw a conduit to that distance. Again, go back to the power view. Just to remove the slide conduit because so both the conduit are in different heights, so that's why select the conduit, right click, draw conduit, and okay, and just remove the remaining conduit and elbow also. Okay, and draw and hold on the conduit panel boot center and go to 3D view. Yeah, now it's okay. And go to the power floor plan. Again, I have to draw one more section from here. Okay, right click, go to view and just change your view range. Okay, and just select your panel and here option, just right click and draw contact from the face, view finish and stop. Okay, now use the trim option. Now it's working properly. Super. Go to 3D view. Okay, it's taking a junction box, so the reason is maybe alignment problem, I think so. No, it's correct. It's okay. Just delete the junction box and delete the elbow. I'll use the trim option. Okay, alignment problem. Okay, so that is the reason. Okay, that's not a problem. Okay, so a little bit alignment problem is there. Okay, that is the reason. Yeah. Okay, so finally I placed the circuit breaker, transformer and panel board. I just connected by using conduit to connect transformer to circuit breaker and circuit breaker to a panel board. Finally I got the conduit. And what is the final step is we have to provide the cable tray to carry the conduit. Okay. Same, go to the power view and in system tab we have an electrical and cable tray option. In cable tray we have a lot of different type of cable trays there. So mostly we are using LiDAR cable tray. So just go to the cable tray. I'm just changing the appearance. Okay. I'm just on the. So before that we have to provide the elevation at 2750 is there. Okay, finally we have to change that. Okay, first of all I draw the cable tray like this and change the appearance to fine. Okay, it's looking good. And go to the elevation. There's a section view. You have to check the alignment. Yeah, it's correct. It's exactly placing on my cable tray. See? So finally we got a cable tray. Also we can change the width of the cable tray. So here we have an option. We have also changed the width of the cable tray. Automatically, see, the reducer will be taken. Okay, for example, in future I want to extend the cable tray to this through this end. Okay, so select the cable tray. We have option, that is a plus symbol. We can add T shape and just right click, draw cable tray. Okay, and just I need a elbow from here, so select the cable tray and go to the system, electrical cable tray, and just to draw the cable tray from the midpoint, that is the center of the line. So automatically click the reducer, that is a T reducer. Here also I'm going to draw, yeah, it's looking good, right? Okay guys, so this is the simple workflow for Revit electrical, and what is the next final step is we have to take the panel schedule and schedule. So panel schedule means in that panel schedule how much voltage consume for this light, and then switch circuit break, sorry, socket. Okay, so select the panel. I want to know that how much consume for this light and then receptacle. So select the panel and just drop down the create panel schedule. Use default template. I'm not using any, I'm not having any templates, so that's why using a default template, showing that result. So receptacle description, receptacle 20 amp, and here also lighting, light dwelling unit 20 amp. So just drop down the last, yeah, total lighting consume 284, and then reciprocal consume 720. Okay, so this schedule is very important. Okay, and then normal schedule, so that is now project browser, schedule and quantities there. Just right click, create a new schedule and quantities. So just change your filter list only electrical. In that, what are the things you want? So conduit or lighting. So lighting which is I'm using. In that lighting, what are the things you require? So voltage loss, switch ID, so panel name, so luminous, flux value, intensity value, and family name and type. I change the order to top, family and type, and give OK. So got the schedule. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so guys, I think this one is useful for you. I think so. Okay, in case you have any doubt or any queries, just contact me or just send a mail. I will respond to you. Okay, and thank you so much for attending this session. Okay, thank you guys.